other alphabet boys. All right? So we got to understand this. Moving right along, it says cognitive release imparted by ritual abuse and mind control. On a subconscious level, he went through the ritual abuse, and then every artist that was under him went through that same ritual abuse, and the ritual abuse was designed for him to control people. You saw Making of the Band, making them brothers and making them people walk to fucking Brooklyn. Now, a lot of y'all have never been to New York. It's a long-ass walk from fucking uptown to goddamn Brooklyn. Stop playing. Ritual abuse. All right? So then it says there is no escape. You cannot get it. Unless you're going to deal with some of the healers that's there in New York and other places, and you're going to heal from this. The cult completely controls me. All right? This is why when they locked him up, he was willing to give up $50 million to get out of that. Because he already knows once they lock him down in prison, it's a whole different story. All right? Then it says, I'm incapable of protecting myself. Who is there to protect Puppy? Everyone that he called on, that he treated to a good time at his freak-offs and his white parties, where are they at now? You know why they're not there? Not simply because they were some of the ones working for the government also.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we have to understand that. Then this says, the Pope is my only true family. The Pope is my only family. And then memories are dangerous. They don't want to remember. That's why a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't even, Jay-Z, you said it, Doc. Jay-Z said, I don't even know it, I don't remember. Memories are dangerous. They don't want to remember. We're not going to dive into what the liquor that he was serving at the parties was laced with.
Yes. Ooh,
all right? So everyone that was at the party that took a sippy sip, you was under that spell. Someone asked my wife the question the other day, Doc. What we talk about on our EP is the spells. She said every goddamn song you listen to is a spell.
That's right.
There's a spirit in every song.
Goofy.
Anyway, moving along to Myron Fagan. You got to get this pamphlet. Conspiracy. This is when I talked about in my book, The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop, dealing with the Illuminati. All right? Go look up Myron Fagan. M-Y-R-O-N, Fagan, F-A-G-A-N. When he talks about, and he gives you a list of what would happen and the steps that they would take to bring individuals under their control. I'm not going to be long, Phil. Number one, use monetary and sex bribery to obtain control of men already in high places in the various levels of all governments and other fields of endeavor. Once influential persons have fallen for the lies, deceit, and the temptations of the Illuminati, they were to be held in bondage by the application of the political and physical harm, even death to themselves and their loved ones if they ever told the secret. Who did he have at the parties? Pastors, reverends, politicians, people in high places, celebrities, athletes. This is why nobody came to his aid. It goes on to say that the bondage and application of the political other forms of blackmail, threats, financial ruin, public exposure, and all these things that they use at their disposal. And they actually used it on him. But he never thinks he would be the one that would. All right, now listen, when you're bringing in the tune of $200 to $300 million in any fiscal year, yeah, you think you're in control of things. But I guess he forgot. Someone else is signing his check. And a lot of people forget that. All right? Moving on back to Tavistock. All right? Remember Operation Paperclip. These people was under not only the oath that they've taken inside of their secret societies, but they took that information, and this is the part that I borrowed from Black Dot years ago. The same rituals that they was using inside of those secret societies, they just took that and used that as a basis to bring people in line in rap music. So you started seeing some of the rituals being played out. You understand what I'm saying? And then they set upon us, artist after artist after artist, simply because they're the ones that in control of quote unquote media. And media stands for multi-ethnic destruction in America, or maniac European devils in action.
Talk about it, Griff.
Digest that for me, like. Also, are y'all still writing? Also, in this book, Mind Control in the United States by Stephen Jacobson, I actually had a conversation with Stephen Jacobson. He said, Griff, make sure you focus in on the conversation on chapter 7 where he talks about information control. And y'all might think this is something simple, but ask any of them artists that's ever sit in them A&R meetings about what subjects matters is hot and trending in this kind of thing. And then tell me it's not an end result of what ends up on their album. So much so that 50 Cent's artist, what's his name? Young Buck? They had an A&R meeting and they went through a list of his songs, and the ones that he was talking about, them Jaywalkers and them other people, they said that song is not going on the album. Why? Because they were the ones manipulating and controlling the information that would go out to our people. Check out Mind Control in the United States by Stephen Jacobson. It says, by clever manipulation, people can be led to believe something that is not true when such information is carefully timed and presented in an accepted and respected authority. Information is processed by the brain in a very specific kind of way. And they know this. This is why you cannot ask anybody in that room that y'all in, Dot and Pill, how many music engineers are in that room right now that know the frequencies and know what they're doing in the mastering houses when they master our songs?
That's a fact.
You cannot find one person in that room.
Anybody do mastering in here?
What I'm saying to you, this is what they do. It's a secret club, all right? They know exactly what they're doing because they've been handed down instructions. Let me finish reading this. He says, as the base of the brain, there is a check valve called the rectangular activating system that screens information. They dulled that filter down. That filter is gone. That filter is gone. So we don't filter the songs anymore. We just react to them. When the information is required, it is retrieved and brought into conscious awareness according to the need of the particular individual. Now, if there's a file that you've downloaded, all right, and that file is coming from an unreliable source, I'm here to tell y'all, Black Dot and Pill is here to tell y'all that program that y'all downloaded, called Rap, has been infected with a virus. And until we inject the antivirus, we're not going to be able to correct the problem. This is why we keep hearing the same song over and over and over and over and over with a different artist. Now, let's move to this Puffy thing real easy like. You still got your pen and paper out?
Facts.
I want to dive into my Steve Coakley for a second. Can I do that, Doc?
Yes, sir.
I need y'all to write at the top of that paper, Sean P. Diddy Combs. And I need y'all, don't turn to the person next to you. Don't call your grandma. You ain't got to go to AI. I want you to answer this with what you think that you might already know about this particular individual, this industry, and the circus I call this trial that we just went through. I'm like you, Black Dot. I didn't tune in not one time. They weren't getting my energy. I wasn't participating in it. I said, yeah, I just do my homework after the fact. But anyway, Al Malnick, A-L-Malnik, Ron Burkle, B-U-R-K-L, the Bronfman family. We get our Steve Coakley when we connected the dots. The model Naomi Campbell.
Yes.
Now, why would her name just randomly pop up? Who was she connected with? Well, she was connected with everyone involved. Diddy, Epstein,
Yes.
Trump, and the rest of them. All right, come on, follow me now. So I'm asking the question now. Why? As I'm doing the research, I'm like, okay, Epstein and Diddy, what's their connection? Question: who owns Bad Boy? Who owns the name Bad Boy Records? All right. Next, where did he learn his behavior? Let Doc answer that question for us. All right. What is Andre Harrell's role in P. Diddy learning that particular behavior in reference to the grooming process? All right.
Clyde Davis.
If he was brought up on RICO charges and he had an empire, where was the empire? Who was part of the empire? And if we're going to start naming names, then let's name the assistant that was his wife.
Yeah, forget her name.
Right-haired woman for 8 years. No one in that room could tell me her name. Come on, let's stop playing, man. How come her name never came up in the trial? Who is she? Is she a government agent? Hold on now. Why did Homeland Security come to raid his house? Why not the FBI? Why not some of the other alphabet boards? All right? Why was it Homeland Security? What is Homeland Security's actual function? And then why did they send Homeland Security? All right, let's answer these questions for ourselves. All right? Yes. Arista Records. There is a reason why that whole label was constructed. So I put Clyde Davis, Arista Records. I'm drawing parallels now. With Diddy, Arista Records plus Clyde Davis plus Diddy equals what? Bad Boy Records. You don't mean to tell me the amount of time and the amount of money that P. Diddy was given by Clyde Davis? The first installment was $15 million to start Bad Boy. Who gets that kind of money? Second installment was $50 million, Doc. $50 million.
This August from the
Okay. Hey, y'all know that's Clyde Davis. Read the Harvard report by Logan Westbrook. All right? P. Diddy and Andre Harrell. What's that relationship? And why did they, I'm using this language, I don't want y'all to laugh. Why did they break up? They had a little special. and Puppy left Uptown. He went crying to his other level. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. It must be something on my mic. He went crying to Clyde Davis. Clyde Davis gave him $15 million, changed his fucking diaper, and gave him Bad Boy Records.
Damn.
What happened to Andre Harrell after that? Y'all answer that question. Andre Harrell hooked up with MCA Records. MCA Records became what? Universal, right? Universal Pictures. Come on now. All right. Then your man comes into play, Hustle Simmons. Well, we got Def Jam, Uptown, Bad Boy, all right, and I can name a few other labels. All of those was part of the plan, fam. All those subsidiaries distributed by majors were already set up to filter the artists through so we could continue the debasement of black people and black culture so we can fuel the prison industrial complex. Come on now. It's there right in front of our eyes. And these 3 individuals that I'll mention, I'm going to name a few more other ones, Jay-Z and a few other people in a minute. Give me a second, Bill. All right. Clyde Davis. Write this other name down. Morris Levy. Who's Morris Levy? Can anyone tell me? All right. Then CBS Records distributing Def Jam's records. Anybody with their hand up in the room, Doc? I can tell who Morris Levy is real quick. Who y'all think financed Sylvia in starting Sugar Hill Records?
Now we talking.
Jaywalkers are all up in this thing, man. That's why when the man, Professor Griff, made the statement that he made back in late 80s, that's why they said, nope, shut his ass down. Shut him down. He knows too goddamn much. And before he started telling everybody, and this shit catch on, about who's really running this thing, all right, shut him down. And they use a flunky called Chuck D to do it. I need y'all to listen to me right now. Right now, Chuck D is on the payroll of the State Department of the United States government.
What the hell?
His role was the global ambassador. I'm gonna let y'all process that. I gotta take a drink of water anyway.
How?
Look it up. You got your phone in your hand anyway. Chuck D is the global ambassador for the State Department. And what did the State Department do? The State Department destabilizes governments, fam. Do me a favor, write this down on your paper. The soundtrack to the coup d'etat. The soundtrack to the coup d'etat is a dope film that's out right now where they show you, in no other terms, they use flunkies and artists. Some of these artists were real dope artists, and unbeknownst to them, they were being used. All right, Nina Simone was one of them. Louis Armstrong was one of them. They hired them, paid them ugu globs of money to send them overseas to open up Africans' heart and minds to black music so the CIA can creep in and destabilize government. Guess who they tried that with recently, Doc? Ibrahim Traore. Burna Boy agreed to perform in Burkina Faso recently for free to the tune of 200,000 or 300,000 people. Ibrahim Traore, knowing the history, said, nope, not right now. Turned them down.
Fact.
I'm almost done. Just to let y'all know, these little funky little sex crimes and all this madness that they, charges that they brought up on Diddy, that shit happens every fuck.
Exactly.
Mansion, stop playing. That's any fucking Wednesday night. That's any fucking Thirsty Thursdays at the Playboy Mansion. Come on, y'all. It ain't nothing new. Anyway, Hustle Simmons out of the country. The manifest, people saw the law manifest for Epstein. Yeah, they're gone. All that's been scrubbed. All right. Hustle Simmons brought up on charges with Brett Ratner for sex crime. Where's Brett Ratner? In Israel right now.
Yes.
All right. Hold on. James Packard created this thing called the Rat Pack. All right. You see all of these people in pictures with one another. All right. Musk, Trump, Brett Ratner, Hustle Simmons, Epstein, Diddy, Trump, all of them in cahoots with one another. It's one big ass club, and you're not invited to the club. All right. So what is Clinton's role in all of this? Doc, you said it. This is the old girl is the next Monica Lewinsky. You understand what I'm saying? So I already told y'all to look up the Geo group. All right. Precursor to this was R. Kelly. They were going after Nelly. Right now they're going after the brother from Motown. What is his name? Smokey Robinson.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Not Smokey.
Yeah.
Diddy was groomed. Yeah, they trying to smoke Smokey, yeah. Diddy was groomed. Puffy, Andre Harrell, Clive Davis, they had a project called Project Sound. Write that down, family. Project Sound. All right? In Project Sound, they was funneling drug money, Doc. The heroin money they was funneling, all right, to finance what they was doing for payola. They was paying off people at the radio station with drug money. All right? Project Sound. All right? Now, who was the lead prosecutor? Let's get to the trial.
Yes.
Who was the lead prosecutor, family? Maureen Comey, right?
Comey's daughter.
Who's her dad?
James Comey.
Y'all heard of James Comey? Look him up. He had there was a black man in the beginning of it, the lead prosecutor, and then they flipped it, and she became the lead prosecutor. Guess who else she was the lead? What other trial she was the lead prosecutor? You know, Epstein's trial and Ghislaine Maxwell, two Mossad agents that set all of these people up to get them on film. What did Myron Fagan say? That they would use sex bribery and get them in an uncompromising position. Doc, you said it. All right? This whole idea now of Diddy breaking the code, all right, when he went against and he tried to sue these people, what's the name of the liquor company, man? Diageo. We don't know them people at Diageo, but we do know one name, Doc. Deborah Ann Crew, who was one of the CEOs at Diageo. Guess who she was? She was a CIA agent. And that's why they backed up off of Puffy, because they already knew what was coming down the pipe. They got the in-office memo, and they were told to back away from him, and they did. They paid him some money, told him to go on about his business. That left him out there butt naked. It wasn't about politics. It wasn't about vote or die. It wasn't the race card he was trying to play. Nobody was going for that, man. Nobody was going for that. All right? So they raided his house, L.A. and Miami, in a coordinated effort. All right? And what did they take out of his house? The goddamn footage of the cameras that they put in his house. He didn't know half the time what was being recorded. He's an idiot. They put those cameras in his house. So now, let's talk about everyone. I think I said this a little on one of my broadcasts. Let's talk about all the people that died in and around Puffy, and I'll sum this up. Brittany Murphy, her husband, all these people died of pneumonia. Kim Porter, they tried to get Albie Shaw. They tried to get Christopher Williams, right? He got so violent, he car bombed Kid Cudi's car. And guess who else they tried to get? Jamie Foxx. Why? What did Jamie Foxx know?
Parties.
You know damn well Jamie Foxx was poisoned. Talking about he had a severe case of pneumonia. Stop that. All of these people I just mentioned died of pneumonia. Why? Certain poison that they use that shows up as pneumonia. When they do the toxicology report. Alright? So they shut Professor Griff down and wouldn't let my book, The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop, in the prison. So much so, they got it banned from the prison. Claiming that I put a picture in here of Nicki Minaj on one of these pages where she was walking around with a fake dildo. That wasn't the reason. The reason was the prisoners were going to connect the dots. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't want no upheaval. You know why? Because they was using the artists on songs to fill the prisons.
Yeah, they slaved.
So they don't want no information in the prison that's going to contradict and counteract what they were saying, what the artists were saying. So Puffy goes along with the codes, all right? Also in the book and in certain songs, we was breaking the code by talking about what Pizzagate actually meant.
Right.
That's the
A family is a code word that they use for children.
Child molested.
Go back and listen to Ellen's show with P. Diddy on it. Go back and listen to some of these artists on these talk shows when they start talking about having pizza parties. And y'all know exactly who they're talking about now. Alright? Y'all need to know, and I'm sure y'all already know, P. Diddy is a psychopath. Not psycho. Sociopath, pardon me. He has to be in control. He has to dominate, control individuals and the movement and how people move. 2 more minutes. So when the Diageo deal kind of fell through and the FBI, the CIA operative, Depp and Crew gave her a report, and then it started to go down, people started to back away from Puffy. They raided his 2 homes and they confiscated the tapes. But they left behind. Now, if you're getting a home raided, follow me now, and you find illegal firearms, wouldn't you take the firearm? If Homeland Security is raiding you? But they left the firearm so the local police can get it and hit them with a state charge. And they wanted to make sure they get them. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to understand something. So let's press the pause button and roll it back just a little. All right. So the principal of Puffy's high school, I believe his name was Mr. Lynch. All right? And then another gentleman, Tim Bradley, was involved in this also. They were grooming Puffy since late high school, guiding his career and his life. Ever since then, they had their eyes on him. The parties at Howard, the party that you mentioned up there where the people got trampled, I was there, Doc. I was there that night. And then when Gene started saying all that he's saying, we halfway listened to Jiggy, but Gene was telling the truth. His bodyguard. You understand what I'm saying? They knew what happened to Biggie. You said it in some of your early lectures, Doc. They already knew what happened to Biggie. Some of the people that they was bringing to these parties, of course, y'all already know TD Jakes was there. You know they was there turning it up. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a very, very real deal. And they did this because they wanted to get a lot of people on film. What need would you have as a preacher to be at a party that you already know these people are filming people having orgies? Come on, man. Stop playing. You didn't think you was going to a fucking prayer meeting now, TD Jakes, right? You weren't there praying with the people. What was you doing? You were sipping some of that other stuff, having your way with some of the male prostitutes.
He was praying.
The Epstein list, there was no flight manifest law. What do you think they're going to do if they decide to free Puppy and send me back out to pollute the culture of black music yet again? They're going to scrub the internet. They say, oh, that trial, yeah, well, we were reaching, we overcharged him, and yada, 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 whoop, whoop. You know the story that they tell because they own the media. So in a nutshell, let me say this, that if we're going to continue to get caught up and we're going to continue to get fed this nonsense via these so-called people that we so-called trust in the music industry. I'm talking about people that y'all know right now that have set themselves up as gatekeepers. All right? We're going to continue to deal with this covert war that's going on through hip-hop, this higher infinite power healing our people. Most of y'all didn't believe that this Illuminati thing was very real, but now you're seeing the end result of it. All right? And what me and Black Dot and Pill have been talking about for a long time. So revolution is not an event. It's a process, and you part of the process. All right? Love y'all to life. This your brother, Professor Grip. Salute. Peace.
No, we're not doing that. Come on now. Let them hands clap.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Yes.
Nah, really though. First time I heard that was from Chris. I got one of them.
Yo.
We have any questions in the audience for our good brother, Professor Grip?
When will this book be available here?
Chris.
Yo. There's a strong echo coming through.
Which one you want?
Turn the volume down.
Turn the volume down. Got it. I got you. What you say, young lady?
So he said that he thinks that Diddy, that after the trial, everything was scrubbed about Diddy.
Yes.
So what is the point of having him like walk through all of that?
Okay. Show of hands, how many people remember when Diddy's life was facing life for the Shine gun charge? How many people remember that Diddy was facing life? The same situation that we just witnessed where his whole fate was left in the hands of the jurors and they hit him with the not guilty, right? Now, he was exonerated to the point where people forgot that he was actually on trial for shooting a woman in the face and other things. He was risking life before this, and to be honest with you, the Shine charge was even more detrimental than this charge.
Yes.
Because the RICO carried life, but they did not prove or they did not show of anyone being harmed other than Cassie, right? He was in Fight Club.
Get to it.
That's what we're going to talk about. He was in, how many people saw Fight Club with Tyler Durden and Edward Norton? Right?
Facts.
You got to see Fight Club to understand what we're talking about, because the whole Fight Club thing explained what was taking place with Diddy and Cassie and other celebrities that you're seeing running around beat up.
With that eye.
with that patch, right?
Patch on there.
But it goes a lot darker and it's a lot deeper than the surface. So, yeah, what's the first rule of Fight Club?
There is no Fight Club.
There is no Fight Club, right? So, rule number 1, there is no Fight Club. So, this aspect, and we're going to talk about Tyler Durden and apply it to P. Diddy. In the movie Fight Club, his alter ego was doing all of the damage. So, Mr. Sean Combs, who has about 6 alter egos, was channeling his Tyler Durden with these escapades and these episodes that they exposed the whole world to, but did not give you the psychological breakdown of what the hell is taking place in these freak-offs.
And he also had to create alternate personalities, sexually abused people, right? In order to hide the trauma and pain, they compartmentalize and create another one of themselves so that they can function. So he was P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love, this, that, and all of these to kind of renew himself because he was being abused so bad. And the more you come back, the more power you need. And so he has to keep returning with these different personalities so that he can try to get more souls so he can stay here and do what he do. This is weird stuff.
Yo, that shit sound like Shang Tsung, Doc. Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
That's
yes.
exactly what he sound like.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
shit crazy.
So, what we're about to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're about to take a break for about 15 minutes. We don't want to stretch it too far because we do have a time to meet, and that's 10 o'clock, right? And it's 9 o'clock right now. So we're going to take a 15-minute break. We have food in the building. We have clothing in the building. We have books in the building. We have the collection for the door. It's donation based, right? So you got access to this full lecture. There's really $44. But we decided to show love to the family. So show love to us. We got to take care of the house and we got to take care of the speakers and whatnot. So we have a sale going on right now with these shirts. 1 for 30, 2 for 50. Black Dot has his book. It hasn't even come out yet, and he's going to be sharing it with the family and whatnot. You get it signed by the good brother. We have the good brother over here with the plants, with the horticulture, and other quote-unquote services that he provides. And of course, we have Nicholas. Make sure that y'all support everybody. Blue Pill, Blue Dream. They got the salad, they got the kale, they got the food. We have the stingless bee eye drops, the stingless honey eye drops, so you can get your brain right. So with that being said, 15 minutes, black people time, and we'll be right back. And I'm going to close it out with my segment. Thank you.
Stretch your legs. Stretch them legs.
Let